Hey chess people, today I want to go further in my series of 13 insane mad games, and number 2 is a Peruvian Immortal as from Esteban Canal. It is truly one of my favorite games. It is a very short game. It is a very, how do you say, very crazy game. In one of my lines, I like Scandinavian. I like to play it in Blitz. Is it the best opening? Maybe not, but it's still a fun opening. So let's start. White opens up with e4. We have a Scandinavian with reply with d4. White takes, normal. Knight attacking the queen. This is why people don't like the Scandinavian. You move your pieces twice in the opening, and you move your queen out, so it's very vulnerable in the beginning. They say in chess, never bring your queen out too early in most openings. So instead of going to the passive d8, the opponent goes to the more active but also vulnerable a5. It's direct putting taking space. Esteban is taking space in the center. White black replies with a counter center, and also with taking more space and restricting the knight, and also restricting this bishop. So white just develops, and now I'm going to use the Immortal only in the critical moments. So now black is pinning this knight for the queen. White doesn't care. And now in my other video I already said it. It's a very open position, and why give up your bishop pair? But I think if you play the move bishop to g4, your white square bishop, if you don't take it, or you maybe put pressure, but how do you say? In some openings it works, but I think in this position where you're already playing a little bit passively, and white has already 3 developed pieces instead of 2. So now I will see what you mean. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 1 queen on the side, and king still in the middle with no castling options. In certain openings I think it's okay, but in this case I think it's already 5 apple pies for white, and only 3 apple pie. 5 apples for white and only 3 apples for black, because due to the development of the pieces, it is very, very bad in this position. In certain semi-slavs or certain more rigid openings, I would say if you're behind development it's bad, but in this case you don't want to be behind in development, certainly not in the Scandinavian. So black now tries to pin another knight, and white plays the normal looking move, bishop to e2, and I think already white is planning something. I think this game black just fell in the trap of the opponent, and white already predicted what black was going to play, because I don't think it will make sense in the end why he plays such a calm move, bishop to e2. And I think Esteban had a really good idea for what he wanted to do and what the opponent would do. So black develops because he cannot develop his piece there. And now the magic happens. This move, I think black probably has to take the knight, or go back. But white plays I think a move that makes this the immortal. So white is going to castle long, and now this is what makes this game an immortal, and why it's one of my favorite games It is a beautiful, beautiful game. This is actually maybe my favorite game of all time. So white just takes the bishop. He takes the bishop, and this is I would say the best move. I don't care if there's any other move. If you have this position, you have to play it. So I'm going to show you what happened. Black took the rook, the free rook. King goes here, other free rook, and now white is winning. Find a winning move for white. White did beautiful check with the queen, because the black king is totally not safe. There's so many loose pieces. Then he takes the other. He has to take. There's no other move, and then he gives a beautiful checkmate. So that is why this game is immortal. But looking back, let's say black doesn't take. So can he take the rook or not? That is the question. So, but let's just analyze this. What is the idea of white? Checkmate. What is the idea of black? What is the idea of black? Material advantage. Other tactics? Yes, a lot of tactics. Not really. And I want to say white in this position has much more coordination. Yeah, good. Bad. Weaknesses. A lot. No, not many. A lot. King safety. Good. Horrible. Yeah, even though white has a horrible king in the middle, it is still very safe. It's not because this king is in the middle that it's not safe, because there's only one queen developed, and the rest it's not that important. So in this position, and I will show with the engine, why cannot black, let's say black doesn't go for the rook, black goes somewhere here. Then white can just open up the position and look at black pieces. Here just a knight. And because of the knights have to be at very good squares, and it takes a lot of time. And bishop, they're like laser beams, and they can go very fast because they can go from this side of the board, defending, to this side of the board. And in this position, it is very easy for white to open up the position. And there's so many dark square weaknesses around the king. So the point is, black is 5 moves too slow to equalizing, or 3 moves. If he just can do like this, and then just, I don't know, like just two more moves to equalize the game. So, but let's say he takes the queen. Let's say white plays this. Black doesn't have any other good options. Let's put on a engine. Let's say it goes here. The white queen is also trapped, so it has to go here. But then you still have the same checkmate in 2. So here the black queen is also trapped. So it's just a brilliant game from Esteban Canal. So if you have to learn anything from this position, how do you go from 8 apple pies and opponent 0 apple pies? Okay, first, let's do something different. How do you lose a game for black? First, step 1, don't develop and play slow pawn moves. 2, don't take any account of the opponent plans. 3, don't develop. 4, put your king where there's a lot of weaknesses because there's a dark square. 5, just move your queen all the time and hope you win. So this game, even though it is immortal, it shows, and even though Grandmaster will never play this anymore, this kind of game, in my opinion, it's a very, 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 very nice game. I hope you enjoyed the video.